Warren Buffett, CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, is universally recognized as the most successful investor of all time. No one has ever come close to matching his record, and it's quite doubtful that anybody will for a very, very long time. Since Buffett assumed control of Berkshire Hathaway in 1965, the company has returned an average of 19.8% each year, compared to 9.9% for the S&P 500. Not only have stockholders of Berkshire Hathaway become filthy rich thanks to Warren Buffett's long-term success, but Buffett himself has attracted a cult-like following. A sect whose members attend the annual Berkshire Hathaway Shareholders meeting at Omaha's Chi Health Center every year. Welcome to Financial Fortune, the YouTube channel where we dive into the world of finance, investing, and business. In today's video, we'll be covering the highly anticipated annual shareholder meeting of Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett's hometown of Omaha, Nebraska, plays host to tens of thousands of admirers from all over the world who come to try Berkshire Hathaway, network with other investors, and soak up Warren and Charlie's investment expertise. Berkshire Hathaway is the largest firm in the United States in terms of tangible assets and the sixth largest company in the S&P 500. Why Buffett should have never bought Berkshire? Buffett has built a personal fortune of almost $100 billion since he took control of the corporation in 1965. But at the time, Buffett had no interest in being the sole owner of Berkshire. Berkshire Hathaway was founded by Seabury Stanton and initially operated as a small textile business. Buffett followed Benjamin Graham into the firm in 1962. The original purchase of Berkshire was a terrible mistake. It was a cigar but approach to investing where we would look around for something with a free puff left in it. Buffett's original goal when he launched Berkshire was to sell his shares back to Seabury Stanton for a profit. According to the legend, in 1964 Seabury Stanton had a conversation with Warren and offered to purchase back his shares of stock for $11.50 each. However, when Buffett finally got the written tender offer a few weeks later, he saw something odd. The new price that Stanton was willing to pay each share was $11.38, down from $11.50.
It was an eighth below what was said to me and what I'd agreed to. So I found that kind of irritating, and I didn't tender, and then I bought a lot of stock, and I bought several blocks, and before long we controlled the company.
It's fascinating to see one of Buffett's rare bouts of irrationality on display in this action. He could have done the logical thing and just sold, but he kept on buying. He finally bought Mr. Stanton out of the company and became its sole owner. While this may have given Buffett the last laugh, it also highlighted his underlying issue. Well, now he could say that he owned a failed textile factory. While Buffett kept textiles as Berkshire's mainstay business, he began diversifying into the insurance sector and other investments in 1967. After buying National Indemnity for $8.6 million in 1968, Berkshire continued its expansion into the insurance industry by purchasing a minority position in government employees' insurance company Geico in the late 1970s. The inaugural Berkshire Hathaway shareholder meeting was convened by Buffett that year, 1973. Shareholder meetings become more prevalent. Not exactly the same as what we see now. Unlike today's location at the Chi Health Center, the first Berkshire shareholder meetings were conducted in the staff lunchroom of National Indemnity's office. From 1973 to 1981, when the convention was moved to the Red Lion Inn in downtown Omaha, the reliable lunchroom was used. A Buffett partner, understandably concerned about turnout given the venue's increased size, reportedly had staff stand in the empty conference room to give the impression that more people were present. They didn't realize that in the long run, attendance wouldn't be an issue. In 1985, there were around 250 persons in attendance. The conference was relocated again the following year, this time to the Jocelyn Art Museum, where around 1,000 people gathered to hear Buffett speak. By 1990, Buffett was faced with the same problem. As attendance continued to rise, the conference was transferred to the more spacious Orpheum Theater, where it eventually attracted 1,400 attendees. All of the early meetings' private footage had been deleted, but the celebration was only getting started. More than 4,000 individuals showed up in 1995. In 1997, when the convention was held once again in the Holiday Inn Convention Center, the number of attendees increased to almost 7,700. The gathering was held at the Quest Center and attended by 13,000 people, marking the year 2000 as the year of the ultimate move. There, in 2001, the explosion began. 17,000 people showed up in 2004, 19,500 in 2009, 35,000 in 2014, and 40,000 in 2015. The arena changed with the times, first becoming known as the CenturyLink Center before being rebranded as the Chi Health Center in 2018. From an intimate business gathering to a large-scale convention, the Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting used to be conducted in a lunchroom, but today it's more like a festival. Tell us about this meeting. Investors must purchase admission to the show. In the wee hours of the morning, individuals begin to line up at the security scanners and doors. When the doors open, cult members have a choice: rush to the front of the auditorium for prime viewing, or explore the exhibition hall and try out products from Berkshire's various subsidiaries. Whether you need a coat, peanut brittle, to browse the NetJet stall, or shop for Berkshire Hathaway gear, we've got you covered. 5 or 6 hours of Warren and Charlie's unadulterated insight. I think everybody who admires Warren Buffett or Charlie Munger, or who just adopts their investment philosophy, should go at least once. While it's amazing to see your idols in person, I can't say that the encounter itself is particularly noteworthy. The individuals you meet and the little things that happen before, during, and after the meeting are the key reasons I think everyone should go. It was fantastic when I really got there. They invaded every area imaginable. On that particular weekend, downtown Omaha is swarmed by fellow value investors, as well as some of the biggest personalities in the value investing/Berkshire Hathaway sphere. It was attended by both Bill Gates and Tim Cook. Guy Spier, Monash, Lee Lu, Tom Gaynor, Matt Peterson, and Toby Carlyle were among the investors we met. The Aquamarine Fund, founded by Guy Spiers, had a meetup event. A look ahead to Berkshire's 2023 annual meeting. I think it's safe to assume that the same morning Q&A session, lunch break, and afternoon Q&A session structure that we've seen the past couple of years will continue. Content-wise, though, you can expect a healthy mix of Warren and Charlie's ideas and opinions on current events, with their timeless advice on long-term value investment. Buffett and Munger are well aware that CNBC is aiming for sound bites and catchy headlines centered on current issues, so they always attempt to answer from the perspective of the long-term investor. To which, if I had to guess, Warren would respond with something along the lines of, "No stress, calm down everybody, it's about, say, the latest bank collapses." Like he did in his previous CNBC interview, I expect to hear a lot more in 2008 on the economy and investing at a time of rising interest rates. In such a climate, I can see Warren being questioned on the merits of bonds over equities, or the wisdom of holding cash instead of investing. We can also expect questions about the Japanese trading houses he visited during his recent trip to Japan, and his ongoing purchases of Occidental Petroleum. If we're really lucky, Buffett might even spill the beans about his upcoming 13F. Thank you for joining us on Financial Fortune, where we bring you the latest updates and discussions on finance, investing, and business. We hope you found this coverage of the annual shareholder meeting of Berkshire Hathaway informative. If you enjoyed this content, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more engaging videos. Stay tuned for future insights and analyses on the ever-evolving world of finance and business.